So this is the minus b formula, question 13, page exercise 7.3. So you can take this down as we go along. Alright, so the sum is x squared plus 6x plus 4. You have to write the answer in third form. What's a equal to? The number in front of the x squared.
1 to the power 2.
No, just the number in front of the x squared. 1. What's b equal to? Number in front of the x. What is it?
6.
6. And c is equal to?
4.
Right, the next step, to make sure you don't make any mistakes, is to replace all the letters with brackets. Now b is 6, a is 1, c is 4, a is 1. Now if you look up for a second, you can take it down in a minute. Minus times 6, minus 6. What's 6 squared? Will you look up?
It's 36.
You learn more by looking up. 36. What's minus 4 times 1 times 4?
17. Minus 16.
Minus 16. What's 36 minus 16? Square root of 20. Alright, what's 2 times 1? 2. Alright, what we're going to do at the side here, just rub that out for a second. We'll sort out the square root of 20. So we said our square numbers were 1, 2 by 2, 4, 3 by 3, 9, 4 by 4, 16. Alright, which one of these square numbers will divide into 20? 4. So the square root of 20 is equal to square root of 4 times what? Square root of 5. Okay, so square root of 20 is equal to, what's the square root of 4? 2 root 5. So the square root of 20 is 2 root 5. Okay. So I'll just write it again just so you can see it clearly. Minus 6 plus or minus 2 root 5 over 2. Now what I can do is I can divide both of these numbers, because that's minus 6 over 2 and that's 2 root 5 over 2. So 2 into 6 goes? 2 into 2 goes? Once. So we have minus 3 plus or minus root 5. The first answer is minus 3 plus root 5. Second answer is minus 3 minus root 5. So you can actually get that in the calculator. Minus 3 plus square root of 5, you'll get a really long decimal number. And minus 3 minus root 5, you get a really long decimal number. Alright, we'll have a look at question 14 as well. Question 14. X squared minus 8x plus 9 is equal to 0. Alright, we better write down the minus b formula again. Minus b plus or minus. The people who make mistakes on the minus b formula don't follow all the steps that we're doing right now. If you skip steps, then you'll make mistakes. Right, the first step, what's a? A is 1, the number in front of the x squared. B is minus 8. C is 9. Now it's important to replace all the letters with brackets, because this minus 8 could cause you trouble if you don't. Right, this is where it causes people trouble. So B is minus 8. Where could you see that causing you trouble? Some people would just write down minus 8 up here. So just write down minus 8. But it's not. It's going to be a plus 8. So fill in your B's first of all. A is 1, C is 9, and A is 1. Right, the minus times the minus. Up here, you end up with a plus 8. What's minus 8?
64.
Yeah. No talking. What's minus 4 times 1 times 9? Minus 36. What's 64 minus 36?
28.
Just make sure.
That's 28. Minus 28.
It's 28. Square root 28. Now what we need to do is we need to write down our square numbers. 1, 2 by 2 is 4. 3 by 3 is 9. 4 by 4 is 16. Which one of these numbers is going to divide into 28? 16? 9?
4.
4? Will 4 divide into 28? We'll go 28 divided by 4. 7. Alright? So 4 divides in. So, square root of 28 is equal to the square root of 4, the square number first, times the square root of 7. Square root of 28, what's the square root of 4? 2 root 7. So we replace square root of 28 with 2 root 7. Right, this is 8 over 2. And this is also 2 over 2. So 2 divided into 8 goes 4 times. 2 divided into 2 goes once. So that's 1 times that. So we have two answers. X is equal to 4 plus root 7. And X is equal to 4 minus root 7. And you can key that into your calculator and get the really long answers if you wish. Do you understand that and the steps? I've recorded them now. So